Hey everybody, welcome back to the Siege³ Community Tournament. Today we have the matchup between Honey Badgers and, let me double check what the other team's name is real fast, Goats, G3OATs. So we're going to be starting off here on Lijiang Tower. Now you might notice I am not Bemi, who has been casting your last few matches. Unfortunately, he ran into a few issues and he will not be able to cast for us today, so you get me instead, you know, your friendly neighborhood Spark. I think I'll do a pretty good job, but feel free to roast me in the chat if I don't, so. Anywho, we've got the Honey Badgers over on the red side and the Goats over on the left. I think. Yep, Honey Badgers on the right side. So it looks like Honey Badgers is probably going to be wanting to run a pharmacy. Goats are considering the pharmacy, it looks like, but they aren't too sure of it yet. Yeah, with 10 seconds left, doesn't look like they've entirely decided on team composition. Meanwhile, Honey Badgers seems fully set on the Rhine Zarya composition. They probably will want to race into the courtyard, maybe take some frags with that McCree sightline. We'll have to see what they do. So both teams are running towards the point now, and we see that that Goats has finally settled on a team composition with a Sombra in the mix, which is a very interesting choice. Don't see a lot of Sombra on Lijiang Tower. Orisa and Roadhog here for Goats are going to be trying to make some space onto the point, and unfortunately Wesley gets hooked immediately without the front line. Honey Badger is going to have a hard time wrestling onto this point now. Goats is going to be able to push their way in. Firefly does fall, but Sal's res is not going to be able to get anything done for the Honey Badgers. This does look like it's going the way of Goats. Yeah, unfortunately, Wesley was just a little bit caught off guard by that hook, and I think Goats is capping the point now. So now Honey Badgers are probably going to have to back up and reset a little bit. Now we got Firefly moving up on the left side. He's trying to find someone to take a pick on, but no. Front line's back set up. Looks like now Honey Badgers want to move right side to get on the point that way. If they can beat the Goats over there, they might have a good chance. But they do get rotated successfully. That halt is going to stop that initiation from Wesley, and now the Riptire comes in, but Marble manages to slam it with a rocket, so that's not getting any value. Wesley's still swinging on Aquarius. Sal is trapped, but Pierce's Deadeye gets entirely shut down by the hook. Now Honey Badgers is down 2, down 3, down 4, and that fight is also lost. Even now looking at the ultimate economy, Honey Badgers is pretty far behind. However, Honey Badgers does have a Graviton Surge and either a Rocket Barrage or a Dragons to combo with if they can get the ultimates up in time. So that's plenty of damage to burn through Fire Doggo's trance if they see the opportunity. Firefly gets picked off to the side. That is definitely not resable with the position of the Honey Badgers right now. Now Wesley's going to be trying to move in, make some space. That bubble lets him go for a super aggro shatter. He gets 4. The barrage is there to follow up, and this should go for the Honey Badgers. Indeed, it looks like Ghost is going to back up. Firefly gets back just in time to watch the point get capped right before his very eyes. They're going to see if they can grab Firefly on the left. He's going to translocate out. No stagger kills will be gained for the Honey Badgers here. Goats looks like they're positioning to go back in now. They've got another Riptire to cover the entrance. They're going to combo it with the EMP, and that's massive. 3 kills from the Riptire and 1 from Fire Doggo. Nothing the Honey Badgers could do about it. Already the one fight. Not even 25% gained for the Honey Badgers, and it's already back to Goats. Arclake does get picked, but it could be resable if they can get their Mercy out there. Does look like they're going to go for it. The res is going to get off, so the pick is not permanent. Wesley looks like he wants to push right side. He's gotten trapped. Luckily, the bubble is there to make sure he doesn't get too heavily punished for that. Ghost is going to reposition back onto point, give the Honey Badgers a little bit of space. The Mercy does get picked. Marble is also down, and it looks like it's in a fairly unresable position. Firefly's found 2 in the back line of the Honey Badgers, and that means a lot of space has been created for the Goats, as the red team has just been totally gutted. Marble's going to go for the barrage, but Fire Doggo is there just in time with the Transcendence, and now there's nothing left but Racer and a Valking Mercy. The Graviton is there, and so is the Grav Dragons. So the follow-up actually did come through. What an amazing turnaround. Very surprising that Grav managed to find any kills off of it. Now looking at the ult economy, both teams only have one ultimate, but Honey Badgers has their support ultimate. If they can use it intelligently and take a good engagement this next fight, it should be a good team fight win. They need to stop Purple Doggo before he can get his Valkyrie out though. In that choke point is a great spot to do it because then he won't be able to make the full use of his flight. Now they do get a pick onto Fire Doggo, but it is getting res. Wesley immediately gets hooked again. Firefly gets picked by Racer. Apparently he tried to flank off to the side, but nothing came of it. Now they're just going to stay at the choke. They're going to do their choke spam thing. They are getting picks. Well, what would be really great is if they could kill Fire Doggo. That is less ult charge for the Transcendence, and a kill on Fire Doggo right now could guarantee he doesn't get one for the rest of the point, because Honey Badger's point percentage is already up to 70%. Now at this point, the Goats do have plenty of ults to work with if they're smart about which way they come from, and Firefly doesn't get picked, which unfortunately he does. They could still find a way to do this. Now, it's not too late. Honey Badgers is only up to about 85%, but Goats is still going to be able to come in for a last push. They're waiting right there, right outside of where the Honey Badgers can get any picks off on them. They're going to push out. Aquarius unfortunately gets hit with an arrow by Pierce. Purple Doggo's going to Valk, and Harklay's going to use his Riptire. The EMP comes in. Let's see if they can make anything out of it. They don't even notice Racer, but it doesn't matter because Harklay gets 2 with the Riptire. Now they're up. Vad gets shattered and pinned, but he's got the Mercy Pocket. The Barrage is there to follow up. That's more kills for the Honey Badgers. Now it's just Harklay. He's down. Purple Doggo goes down too. This is going to go to the Honey Badgers.
My ultimate is almost ready.
That was some very good Overwatch, I gotta say. Let's see, what's the chat saying? I should have the chat open so I can see. Bear with me one sec. Hey chat, what's up? Alright, now we're going to the Control Center. So, usually on Control Center, you're going to see a lot more brawl-heavy team compositions. You know, you're going to have your Goats comps, which, surprisingly, it doesn't look like Goats is actually going to go for. It looks like they're going to take 2 off-tanks, which is a very interesting combination. Meanwhile, the Honey Badgers are going to use Goats composition. That will be Reinhardt, D.Va, Zarya, Lucio, Moira, Brigitte. That's a lot of healing and a lot of HP, and usually those 2 things stacked together means easy team fight wins. Firefly, he comes out of stealth, only to immediately be shut down by Pierce 09 on that Brigitte. Now Goats is down 1. They might have to back up immediately. The Goats composition from Honey Badgers, that's going to get confusing, is already surging forward. They want to try to take out Aquarius. If they can take out Aquarius, the lack of a frontline tank will be an easy team fight win. Pierce manages to find Harklay in the middle of the fight, and now they're fragging out just as you'd expect them to with a man up. And it looks like the Goats are going to really try to commit to this disengage. Now, it looks like they're only taking a soft disengage, but I don't think that was the right choice because the Shatter has gone through. Now Aquarius and Vad is down, Purple Doggo too. Pierce is also down on Honey Badger's side, but they've got a lot more space control than the Goats, so the Goats are still in a pretty tough position. Because Pierce has got plenty of time to get back if they can disengage to point, which it looks like they are going to do to give Pierce some time to get back. Aquarius is going to push up. He's close to his Shatter. If he can land it, then he might be able to get past Wesley. They're going to send in a dragon from the side, but Harklay is going to get punished for his aggressive positioning. Wesley pinned Aquarius, but now they're just stuck in a Ryan v Ryan brawl, and it's going to land the Shatter on 2 of them. That's Ono Potato and Racer both down. Moira manages to fade away before he can finish him, and now Aquarius is dead. Sal's got the beat drop to finish it off, and with a D.Va bomb on top, that should be the end of the team fight. Goats needs to be backing up here. Oh, Wesley's going to go for an Earth Shatter just to really drive home the fact that they've just annihilated the Goats. That's right, Fish, my coach is coming out. Wesley gets pinned, but he doesn't land into anything. It actually might be good, though, because Racer uses Bubble. Racer's going to land in that Graviton Surge. He gets 3 with the Reinhardt swinging into it. The Moira Coalescence is not going to do anything. That Shatter lands on the rest of them. This is another easy team fight win for the Honey Badgers. They did commit a few ultimates, though, both the Earth Shatter and the Graviton. Fire Doggo is the only one to have popped his ultimate on the side of the Goats. But now he's going to swap over to the Brigitte, so that actually works out quite well. This is their last push, and they have the ult advantage. If they can land an EMP, they can take the point. Unfortunately, the Dragon's been eaten. The Dragon's been eaten by Marvel, and the Grab Dragons has no follow-up. The EMP comes late, and I'm not sure if it will be enough. Aquarius gets rezzed, it's an even fight, but with the Moira Coalescence out, it could still go either way. Harklay gets picked, and Aquarius gets pinned by Wesley thanks to Razor's bubble. Looks like Honey Badgers is getting the man up, despite Goats having had a huge ultimate advantage coming into this fight. Yes, I know there's a 3-minute delay. Fire Doggo and Purple Doggo, the two dogs, are the only ones left. Honey Badger's going to be able to clean this out. It's just Trickle at this point. It should be easy. If Aquarius manages to land a massive shatter, it could be teamfight winning, but it's not going to happen. This map will definitely go to the Honey Badgers. Yeah, I am not the professional caster. The professional caster unfortunately couldn't make it today, so you have me. Wesley gets a nice play of the game. We're gonna let him see that, and then we're gonna swap it on over to the next map. Oh, yeah, 1 second. It's supposed to be best of 5. That's strange. I was using the preset. It's all right. Back to lobby. No biggie, no biggie. Supposed to be best of 5. Let's see. I'm gonna start it back up. And yes, the delay is intentional to help prevent cheating. Well, that is apparently my bad. Apparently my preset is wrong. It is supposed to be best of 5 on King of the Hill. 1 sec. Gotta make sure it's the right map. It's the right map, but it's not the right point. Why is that happening? Ay. Hey, my casting's good though, chat. I might be an NA referee, but my casting's good. Don't give me the short end of the stick on that one. I don't know how to pick a specific point. No, I don't think I can do that. I think I just gotta keep going and resetting over and over. There we go. All right, so if Honey Badgers takes 1 map, we ended early and it's their win. Otherwise, Goat still has a chance to take all 3 maps. Oh, thank you, Zombie. All right, we're gonna get started again. I'm sorry about that, chat. Yeah, I did write the rules. You're right. My preset's wrong. That's all right. So we're gonna finish up this Assemble Heroes phase now. Looks like the Honey Badgers are already decided that they're going to run a dive with a Widowmaker and a Pharmacy. I've run that to great success on my own team. Chat's laughing at me. Yeah, I had that coming. I knew this would happen. Where's Bemmy? Bemmy's better than me at this. I want Bemmy back. Now, Goats on the other side is going to be running an Orisa Roadhog composition. Now, I expect to see them move around the left side and see if they can avoid the bridge. Meanwhile, Harklay is going to want to try to contest the bridge so that Honey Badgers has a hard time there with it. No, it looks like Goats is going to be going over the bridge. That's a very interesting decision. It leaves them very vulnerable to a Pharmacy giving their tank light up. Sal's going up top. He's going to get 2 with a massive boop. Purple Doggo and Firefly are gone. Goats is gutted from the get-go. Oh, he gets a 3rd one with Aquarius. Aquarius is already down 2. Well, that's an easy teamfight win for the Honey Badgers, and you can see Sal is already halfway to his ultimate. That was a huge play by Sal. Or that's an easy point cap for the first team on the backs of their Lucio player, Sal. And over on the left side, Goats is going to be sending Harklay on Hanzo, or Firefly on Hanzo over to the left side, see if he can find anything. Doesn't seem to be, so Aquarius is going to keep contesting bridge. Maybe he's trying to push him back into Firefly's line of sight. Now, Wesley's getting hit with a few directs. They're going to need to keep Wesley up, otherwise he's going to be subject to some damage from damage-boosted Pharah. It does look now Goats is finally moving into the left. They land a hook onto Racer, but it's not going to land in a kill. Sal gets picked early on thanks to some well-placed aim by Aquarius, but not to worry, Race is on top of it. He's going to send in a Diva Bomb, and it's going to get 3. That's another easy teamfight win on the back of a single player for the Honey Badgers. They are playing out of their minds today. There is no contesting what I just said. Harklay looks like he's going to try to escape, but he's got the Venom Mine on him. He is going to get away thanks to a Harmony Orb from his friend Purple Doggo. Ono, Potato, Wesley, and Marble are all coming up on their ultimates. Sal is close to his as well over on the side of the Honey Badgers. Meanwhile, on the Goats, they're pretty short on the ultimate economy. Looks like Wes is going to go deep with a Primal Rage. Might be trying to knock them off. He's making space for his team to move in for a dive. Unfortunately, he gets utterly annihilated. The res is there, but Racer might get picked in the process, making space for it on the bridge. No, Sal gets another double boop, though. The tank lineup of Goats is already gone, just like in the first fight. So this should be a good team fight win. Very surprisingly, Wesley actually got caught out very early that fight, so I fully expected them to get collapsed upon. Now, at this point, Goats does have an ultimate advantage. They could combo Transcendence and Valkyrie and be completely immune to just about anything that Honey Badgers could throw at them. It looks like Marble is going to get into position here for a Rocket Barrage, but he's going to back away from it. Maybe he didn't see it, didn't see the opportunity. Now, the Dragons actually separates some of the backline of Honey Badgers, but nothing is there to follow it up thanks to Sal's beat drop. Now it's a point brawl, which is exactly what Goats wants, but Marble gets up top with the barrage. That's 1 DPS down for both teams. Firedoggo managed to land a pin on Wesley, while Harklay's barrage gets nothing. It's still an even fight. This could go either way, but the res is off, and now Wesley's back in the fight. Oh no, Potato has died for that. That's not a favorable trade. That's not what Honey Badgers wanted at all. He didn't want to die for that. This is going to go to the Goats unless they're very careful. Then again, just as I say that, it is only Firedoggo on the point against both a healer and a tracer. Now Firefly is back, so he's here to contest. This could turn into a huge trickle fight, which we've seen so many of on the Garden's Point of Lijiang Tower here in Siege3. And indeed, that does seem to be what's happening as players siphon back onto the point in an effort to annihilate each other and claim victory on the side of the Honey Badgers. It's not over, though, for Goats. Their Mercy is back. They have the core of their team here in their Pharmacy and their Lucio. Now their tank lineup is back. If they can turn this into a point brawl, this could be theirs. Unfortunately, Vad is sought out by Racer and finished off. Wesley manages to again destroy that tank lineup of Goats, and this looks like, finally, the Honey Badgers will be cleaning it up. Only if they can kill Firefly, though. There we go. There's the overtime ticker, and now the Honey Badgers do actually win the game. Gonna head on back to... That's the wrong button. Back to the lobby. There we go. All right. Excuse me, I'm reffing while also casting, so you're gonna need to give me a second in between maps. Oops. There you go. You can... I think I'm all right. Let me just quickly grab the map pool for them to go off of real fast. You get to pick from any of the game modes for the next map. All right, looks like we'll be heading to King's Row. King's Row, personal favorite and favorite of just about every other player. We're going to be starting the game here. There we go. I was wondering if the game was going to start. All right, so we're here on King's Row now. Now, I expect we'll see that Honey Badgers will come out with either a double sniper composition or they will run goats because they have been having pretty good success doing that so far. Then again, they've actually been pretty versatile on Lijiang Tower all in all just by themselves. Now, I'm not entirely sure what goats will plan on running because they have been sort of all over the place with their team compositions. I'm not sure how many of them have intended strategies that are designed to go along with them, or if they're just trying to play to personal strengths. Now, as the assemble your heroes phase of the beginning of the match is coming to an end, we can see that Goats here on the defense does seem to have settled on a Junkrat Hanzo combination for their DPS, and interestingly, Mercy Moira. Now, there is a lot of bulk healing here, but the Mercy should go very well with both of those DPS. The damage boost is very applicable for this team composition. And meanwhile, the Moira is also good for keeping up that front line for those frontline brawls that they might expect to be running into if Honey Badgers decide to play something along the lines of Goats. I'm glad to see you're enjoying my casting, by the way, chat. Now, Goats on the attack. They're in their spawn. They still have 10 seconds to change their minds, but it looks like they've decided... I'm sorry, I'm dyslexic. It's Honey Badgers in spawn. Still have 10 seconds to change their mind, but it looks like they've decided on Rhine Diva. Yep, they will be running a form of Goats where they have a Mercy instead of a Lucio. That's an interesting decision. We'll have to see what happens. It's just sort of more bulk healing. Actually, it looks like Sal is going back. He's going to swap to the Lucio, so they are going to be doing Goats comp. Wesley is getting caught in traps a lot. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I certainly have. Now, it looks like they're going to be going through Hotel. They want to try to flush people out and take out the back line. They do manage to land a nice pin onto Aquarius. Oh, I've seen this strategy before. You might recognize what they're doing as something from LA Gladiators. Indeed, they do now have Pierce 09 over in the attacker's spawn looking to take some shots while Honey Badgers distract them on point. I'm so glad that this play is starting to see some replication. Those free shots from Pierce are leading to a lot of damage on the front line of Goats, and this should belong to the Honey Badgers pretty cleanly. That even caught me off guard, and I know how that play works. They didn't even need to go all the way back around, though. The rotation was not as extreme, so they were able to just collapse onto the front line as they poorly tried to rotate to account for the fact that they were moving right past them. Now Goats has not changed their composition at all, but they're going to try to get back. They have all 6, so they could try to contest early. Wesley is getting very aggro, so Fire Doggo could try to find something on him here now. Unfortunately, Wesley has Shatter and Fire Doggo doesn't. That is an advantage for the Honey Badgers going into this next fight, so Fire Doggo is going to need to be very careful. Now, I'm not sure how much healing Vad has left on him, but with all the brawling, it can't be that much. Harkley's going to send out his Riptire. We'll see if that finds anything. It does. It finds Racer. He mistimed his bubble or just didn't have it. We won't know, or I won't know. Firefly is going to get picked, and with the combination of a Shatter and a Diva Bomb, Aquarius is also going down. Fire Doggo got zoned out into Pierce's shot. Another good teamfight win for the Honey Badgers. Meanwhile, Harkley is over on the right side. He's going to try to escape. He knows Pierce has his number. Pierce is going to go after him, it looks like. They're trying to get him. He knows where he is. Oh, he's caught out alone over there. Marvel collapses into him. He will not be able to make any miracles happen. Oh, these stagger kills are just awful. Goats really needs to back up and reassess whether they can even contest Streets phase at this point. It looks like they are planning to as Fire Doggo starts to move forward. He's going to try to Shatter, but Race is going to block it with a bubble. Now Race is going to land his Graviton. It only finds Aquarius. He didn't have his Graviton Surge. That alone is not a huge loss, but the entire tank lineup for Goats is now gone, which means Honey Badgers will continue to surge forwards. Pierce is going to pop his sights. They know where the Goats are coming from now. Harkley's won. They got to keep him up. Wesley's taking some very aggravated ground up here. Pierce is also going to take advantage of this, take some free shots of Goats' backline. Fire Doggo's going to try to push up, but now might not be the right time to do that with Pierce still up there. They need to have something to deal with Pierce. Looks like they've sent Firefly to go flush him out, but Marvel's going to do the same to him. They're going to drop the beat, and that means the Riptire gets nothing. These are some amazing mechanical plays coming out from the Honey Badgers. Manages to land a pin on Vad. They're man up, 2 men up. Harkley's down. Vad's down. Now they're taking a free Shatter. Fire Doggo's going to pin him away, but it's not quite enough to save Firefly. Fire Doggo also dies to the Coalescence off to the side. Honey Badgers might just roll this one right into the point. Oh no, this is quick play. What is wrong with my preset? That's unfortunate.
Now entering King's Row.
Why is that happening? Is my preset like working? That's really unfortunate. I'm sorry, stream. Again, I'm casting and I'm reffing at the same time. I'm gonna make mistakes. You're just gonna have to live with it. That's unfortunate. Let's forward to play it again. That's unlucky. That's unlucky. Let's make sure it's actually competitive. Yeah. Dang. I'm not sure why that even happened, because I have a preset for Siege3, and I used that, so... Well, I'm not perfect. That is unfortunate. Yeah, chat just noticed because of the 3-minute delay. Yeah, that's 2-minute delay. Yeah, that's unlucky. Yeah. Yeah, they're all gonna be laughing at me. That's okay. I don't mind. Go ahead and laugh. Have your fun. I'll live. I'll cry in a corner when you're not listening. All right. Well, it looks like on the second attack, Honey Badgers is gonna pull out something different, because due to my unfortunate mishap with the rule set, Goats now knows what their attack strategy is, and they have also slightly changed their team composition. They are now running a 3-2-1 team composition, it looks like. But the different strategy from the Honey Badgers, they're going to take some aggressive space, see if they can just annihilate Aquarius. Fire Doggo is taking free shots on a Pierce, but luckily he noticed, so now it's in a pretty fair sniper duel. Wesley did manage to pin and kill Aquarius, which means... Nah, I don't need you to hop on, Grey Wolf. So they did manage to get some frags, and now they're going to push forward. They are capping the point for real this time, not in quick play. So, you know, the percentage actually matters. Pierce is going to die, but it looks like the rest of Goats is still going to fall anyways. Wes is going to try to land a pin, not going to find anything. Gets hooked, but there's nothing wrong with that, because the fight's already won. Now the times are actually, they're actually going to matter. So we're going to see how Goats has a second chance to respond to the issues they had faced the first time. Which they shouldn't, but I screwed up, so they do. And I will stop beating that dead horse now, and we'll move on and pretend it never happened. Goats is now already completely regrouped. They're going to be moving forward. Again, they're running this double off-tank lineup, which is very interesting. And it's also D.Va Roadhog, so they have ways to contest high ground, but it's almost like they're taking the Roadhog just for the pure sustain of it all, along with the Mercy Moira. Now they're going to use Parklay's Riptire here. We'll see if we can find anything. Racer might be caught out. Indeed, he is, just like last time on Streets. This time, Goats is going to manage to push through and probably take the point, unless Honey Badgers can make a massive play and take it from them. Doesn't look like they're going to try. They're going to back up. Now at this point, the Honey Badgers have plenty of ultimates to work with. They may just be waiting for Racer to get his Graviton Surge so that they can take a grab Riptire combo. West is going to be pushing forward now. He's got the bubble to help him do that. Now what they might not realize, Fire Doggo is all the way up top. They're going to combo Earth Shatter with a Riptire, but unfortunately Fire Doggo is going to completely destroy the Riptire. Firefly is also going to knock out Wesley with inside that Graviton with, or not inside that Graviton. He's going to knock out Wesley with that self-destruct. Arclay's gonna fall, kills on both sides. Purple Doggo's gonna go for the res. Firefly is just desperately trying to get rid of Sal. He's gonna chase it. Is he gonna find the kill? Or is he gonna get away? It looks like Sal's gonna get away. If he can get back behind his team, this push is revived. With with no Harclay and no Fire Doggo on the side of Goats, they can push forward now. Looks like the DPS for the Goats are nowhere to be found. Fire Doggo is all the way back there dueling Sal, and he loses the duel to the Lucio. Sal is playing out of his mind today, just in general. Aquarius is behind the rest of Honey Badgers. He's caught out of position here. He's going to go for Marble, see if he can pick off the Junkrat. Marble actually manages to rip-tire Harclay's rip-tire. I've never seen that before. I have literally never seen that before. Marble and Ono Potato also both down. Wesley's going to go for a pin across the map, not going to find anything. This could still go both ways. They got to watch out for that dragon, though. Firefly's going to make use of the dragon, stay in cover, completely annihilate Wesley. It looks like this one is going to go to the side of the Goats. As Racer falls, so too does the last of the resistance of the Honey Badgers, and you can see they are now starting to back up. They will reassess the situation and come at it again with a new plan of attack. Now, both the DPS are still pushed pretty far up. They're probably trying to build up their ultimates, so Riptire will make for a great fight win. Now, on the side of Goats, they have Valkyrie and Whole Hog, and soon coming online, Self-Destruct. So they do have some tools to work with, but with no barrier to block Wesley's Shatter, it's gonna find Firefly. The Whole Hog's gonna push him back, so there's no follow-up. But Pierce and Sal are both inside Goats right now. Harclay does manage to kill Pierce and Sal because, of course, they were a little bit out of position. So it looks like they will still be taking this fight. At this point, the Honey Badgers still needs to back up. Their plan to use Wesley's Earth Shatter did not come to fruition, unfortunately, and at this point, they do have a massive ultimate advantage. They have Grav Dragons, and Goats has nothing to stop it. No ultimates, and even if they had a Zen on their team. At this point, it's just a matter of landing that Grav and not getting it completely eaten by Firefly. Racer has to be very careful. He managed to land the Grav. The Dragon's gonna go through, and that should be plenty of kills for Honey Badger. Harclay manages to find one, but it's no miracle. It's not gonna be enough. If they know where he is, they could finish him off for a stagger kill that guarantees they get halfway through last point for easy. Sonic Arrow is there. They might know he's there. Sal's gonna chase. They all see him. Harclay might fall here, and he does. That's gonna be halfway through last point, just like I said. At this point, Ghost is pushing up. They're gonna see what they can do. They want to contest that high ground early. They do not want Pierce to have it for free. Unfortunately, Pierce lands a really well-placed shot onto Fire Doggo, so the contestion is just gone. Is that a word, contestion? I don't know. It sounds like a word. Yeah, it's a word, as I've just been told. Marble's going to use his Riptire, see if he can find anything. He's going to go right past the Junkrat. He wants the core of the team. He managed to take Aquarius down. Now, Purple Doggo is still up. If he gets a little bit of support from Firefly, he could completely res that. But they need to be careful not to get him caught out. He's not going to go for the res at all. Fire Doggo is going to dash through everybody, but he's not going to find anything with it. Now, again, the entirety of Goats has just been gutted. Purple Doggo is down to a Shatter. Sal lands his beat drop to try to secure the team fight. It might have actually been a little bit premature, though. Harclay got res, but only in turn for Purple Doggo getting completely annihilated. Fire Doggo's here on Doomfist, try to deal with that contest at the very end. Firefly's on point. They are not focusing him down quite fast enough, but there he is. They are going to finish off the attack, and this time it's not quick play. Sorry, I said I would drop it. I lied. Rate my casting, Bemmy. I'm gonna send him the VOD, see what he thinks. Alright. Now we're gonna head back on over to the first point, see if Goats can do a better job on offense. And that time looks way more reasonable for having completed King's Row. Looks like Goats is going to be using their Aquarius on Orisa again. They seem to be a fan of doing that. There's nothing wrong with it, especially if it plays to some personal mechanical strengths. I know personally I have a preference for Reinhardt, but there are others who have preferences for Winston or Orisa or double off-tank setups. You know, there's nothing wrong with them. Honey Badgers is going to run their Rein Zarya Junkrat. What is with the Junkrat Widowmaker on defense on King's Row? Why are so many people doing that now? Did I miss something in the Overwatch League or in Contenders? I think I must have. That or people just like Junkrat. I mean, he's super fun to play, so can't blame him. All right, Goats has settled on a triple DPS composition with a solo tank Orisa. Now, that is very interesting. I would have expected to see a different support lineup with this. Perhaps a Zenyatta and a Mercy would probably go better with that, since the Mercy goes very well with the Junkrat, and the Zenyatta would combo incredibly well with the Sombra and the Genji. But it looks like we're going to be doing the Lucio Moira for the mass healing strategy, which is it's just an interesting choice all around. We'll have to see how it works out.
2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
All right, so now we have Goats on attack. Race is going to grab some quick free charge with his personal bubble off that spam. Fire Doggo immediately gets pipped by some unfortunate spam by Marble. Now, I'm not entirely sure where Marble was, but Aquarius managed to finish him off. It was an interesting little flank he tried to pull. Looks like at this point, they're going for a sort of pseudo dive with Aquarius and Vad being the bait for the Honey Badgers to try to brawl with them rather than peeling for their own backline. And it actually seems to have worked incredibly well. The backline of Honey Badgers has been completely removed from the state of play, and now they've moved onto the front line and they're gone. That's a good team point. That's a good cap on first point. Contestation Fish says. I don't know, that sounds less right. Alright, so now Honey Badgers has all respawned, but Wesley's been backspawned, so they probably are going to want to give some free space to the Goats, otherwise they might end up just getting staggered. Pierce is going to take some shots, but it's not going to find anything through that shield, and they are trying to pressure him down. Wesley's back now, and with the res coming in for Ono Potato, this is actually contestable. They just need to keep Racer up so that he can keep farming up that grab. Pierce is down to Harclay. He went deep for a good dive onto the Widowmaker, and he found it. He came out on top of that duel. Sal's going to try to keep Wesley up. Because he doesn't have that res up, they are going to be a man down for this fight. There's nothing they can do. Vad is out of position on the left side, but unfortunately for him, that means he will not be there to keep his front line up. The rest of his team is going to fall, and he gets there just in time to see the red team surging onto his friends Harclay and Purple Doggo. Race is going to get rezzed. Aquarius' supercharger is out. Harclay manages to die, going for one last-ditch effort to try to get onto someone in the back line of the Honey Badgers. Firefly is hiding just to the side. I think Wesley might know he's there. He did. He doesn't know where he is now, though. That invisibility came through just in time. All right, now we have Marble. He's going to riptire Firefly. That is unbelievably unlucky for Firefly. Now the choke spam's coming in from Marble as well. They're going to just be working on that shield. They want to see if they can get rid of Aquarius' shield so they can start working on its backline. Wesley's going to hold up a little bit because he knows Aquarius is going to have a much harder time contesting him than another Reinhardt. Unfortunately, that's a massive play from Aquarius. Wesley gets halted to the other side of Aquarius' shield mid-shatter, and so nothing will come of it. Aquarius may have just single-handedly saved his team a push. That said, they are backing up and waiting for the rest of the team to come back so they can actually make the push. But it definitely saved them from giving the other team some ult charge. Fire Doggo's going to go for a very flanky Riptire, and it's not going to find anything, but it does make space for Harclay to go in with the blade. He makes plenty of value out of that. Total team wipe minus the Tracer. Pierce 09 is there. 5-1 should be a pretty easy kill, but as I say that, he's using all his blink. Still not dead. Now they're finally pushing the cart. It's a little bit of stagger onto the Tracer, but she's Tracer. She'll be back in plenty of time. Now Firefly is going to go for Ono Potato immediately, but unfortunately for him, Sal is right there to back him up, and he's got the bubble, so that won't be happening. Now, Goats is holding up. Purple Doggo is going to go for a boop, but he misses. Ono Potato just barely doesn't get knocked off. At this point, Firefly is trying to find something onto the main tank, but doesn't manage to succeed. The grab lands on Aquarius and Purple Doggo, and Firefly gets pinned, comboing with the Riptire. That should be a good team fight, but Fire Doggo manages to completely destroy the Riptire with with a Conch Mine. At this point, the rest of the Honey Badgers is going to be surging forward. It still could go to the Goats, but the Honey Badgers are landing some abilities. Where's that Riptire coming from? Fire Doggo manages to get 2. This should go in favor of the Goats now. They're a man up, and they have more abilities at play. Fire Doggo manages to grab Marble at the very end as well, with just 3 left for Honey Badgers. Sal's 1, Wesley's low and trapped. Racer's got no personal bubble. Point cap for the Goats. And they can also grab a nice little stagger kill into Ono Potato. It's a good thing he didn't panic in his minute. I guarantee you that's what I would have done. Okay, I'm not that bad, but, you know. Firefly is again getting pretty aggro. He wants to try to catch out a support in the back line of the Honey Badgers, but he only managed to find Marble, and he's immediately got a pocket and some assistance from Wesley on that side. So now the Goats are just trying to take some advantageous positioning on high ground, see if they can find anything. The only ultimate in play right now is the Honey Badger's Transcendence, but Fire Doggo, a huge number of people on Goats are all very close to their ultimates. Aquarius is the only one that isn't near his. So if he can, if they can start pressing Q, this is definitely winnable. Especially because Ono Potato has just cashed in his ultimate, and he's still lost somebody. The res came through, but now Harclay's up with the Dragon Blade. He gets 2, both supports on the first swipe. That's massive. He's also going to follow up with Wesley. He's not. He can still do it. He does with some assistance from Firefly. Now Pierce is off to the side. He fragged out on Harclay. Doesn't look like there's a res available since there's no Mercy on that side. Marble immediately gets taken out by Firefly thanks to her passive. That ability to see through walls if they're low is very useful. They're going to try to lock this down with a Riptire, see if they can get anything out of it. Wesley's going to go for the Shatter, doesn't find anything. Riptire gets 2. It's just Sal and Racer on point now. The beat drop comes in to finish it off. Racer and Marble now, they are going to land a grab. Is there anything to follow up with it? They do manage to get Purple Doggo, and there's no resin play for that, but Firefly is back now. Now it's just May. She's going to contest on point. There's a lot of stall coming in from the Honey Badgers. If they can keep May up for another Cryo Freeze, that could be great. No, the EMP comes in. No Cryo Freeze, no Primal or anything for Wesley. Sal is down. Right through the rezzing Valk. It's just Racer. It's just Marble. People falling left and right. Blue team completely trying to deal with this stagger. Racer, who has been doing an amazing job every time he contests the cart at not dying. That blink management is on point. Ono Potato, Wesley, Pierce, Sal, they're all back now. It's a 4v6. This is winnable for Honey Badgers if they can call some targets and not die to this blade. Unfortunately, Harclay gets 1. Wesley also falls to Fire Doggo, and whoa! The Supercharger comes in. That damage boost should give them the little boost they need. It's just Racer. They only need to kill Racer, but his ability management is on point. The stall is crazy. They finally managed to finish it out, but the stall took a whole 1.5 to 2 minutes off of their time. That was a lot of talking. So, the unorthodox strategy of running an Orisa on King's Row actually seems to be working very well. The combination of the strange mishmash of DPS abilities in play for Goats just seems to have completely caught Honey Badgers off guard. They're not sure which threat to deal with first. By the time they kill the Riptire, they've already been EMP'd. By the time they get past Orisa's barrier, the blade's already out. I mean, you can deal with it, but clearly they're having a hard time getting the coordination down to pick what they need to deal with first and go through it systematically. They can't just walk in and win the fight like they're so used to doing, because the team compositions they're going up against are not what they're used to facing. So even if they have the advantage statistically, they aren't sure how to go about playing against it, which is very interesting. So on offense, it looks like the Goats are again, and they're going to run the exact same team composition, but this time on defense, we've got a Brigitte coming out from Ono Potato and a Diva instead of a Zarya. It looks like very interesting, actually. They have swapped around their composition to play Orisa Diva into the enemy's triple DPS composition. That's a great pick from Pierce onto Harclay. Gonna set back their first push a little bit, and when they only have 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock, that's massive. Firefly used his Translocator to get in deep, but they saw and they punished. This 2 picks in a row, that means they're going to have to be very patient waiting for this next, waiting for even their first push. Meanwhile, Marble and Pierce are already working on their first ultimates. It would not be unbelievable if they manage to have a Rocket Barrage and or Sights up by the time they get anywhere near capping first point. Sal and Marble are just sort of guarding point. They're dealing with the contest on their own. Meanwhile, the rest of the team is all on the right side. It looks like now Goats is finally committed to an attack. Sal has fallen immediately, and Marble is caught out of position. It looks like they're going to try to punish him. Both teams are even right now, but with the Pharmacy down, that means Goats actually has a large advantage. They still have a huge bulk of healing left with their Moira up, and with Racer out of position, if they can get him out of mech, this could go in their favor. Harclay is going to try to get past the Brigitte. It's very dangerous to be playing that close to Ono Potato right now, because you don't know when he's going to have his next shield dash. Well, you do if you're counting it, but that's not the point. Now at this point, Racer falls, no remech for him. Goats is going to take point control. They're going to try to contest Hotel and the choke point with the Coalescence. Purple Doggo is going to fall, but the Coalescence is going to kill Pierce. That's a huge amount of the firepower from Honey Badgers that's down now. And with a man advantage, Goats looks to be taking the point unless Wesley can contest when that trap wears off, but he's not going to be able to because he doesn't have the Fortify available. The Riptire is going to kill the Pharah, and they know the Mercy is behind them. It looks like Purple Doggo is going to go try to finish her off, but she's going to get out. It's just her now, though, so Goats should definitely have the point under control.
Objective A captured. Escort the payload.
Now it looks like Firefly is taking up some more aggressive positioning. He's hacked that health pack. He's going to want to go in early with an EMP to try and get stagger kills. That way they guarantee themselves the ability to actually make it some significant way through the map before getting knocked off in overtime. Now at this point, Honey Badgers does have nearly their full regroup in, and they will be moving into contest very shortly. Pierce has swapped onto the Soldier. Not entirely sure why. Perhaps to apply some more constant pressure to that Orisa barrier. The EMP is there. Wesley is helpless. He's going to fall. Someone needs to deal with Pierce, though. He's taking free shots. Marble also in the sky, still taking fairly free shots. The self-destruct is there. Fire Doggo fall, and Wesley's gotten res. With the barrage there, this is gonna go for the Honey Badgers. They managed to get them off halfway through Streets phase. Now, with 2 minutes left on the clock for the Honey Badgers, that is not undoable. That is not doable. They can definitely make that. They have to get the first point in 1 or 2 pushes, though. They don't have too much time to work with, and once they cap first point, they're really going to need to make the most of stagger kills. What gets really dangerous is if they cap first point, but then they get knocked off early, even if it's not an overtime yet, because if they get held in that choke point right after first point, it's going to be incredibly hard for them to re-engage. The defending team will have way more advantages than them, especially if they've got a Pharah to go through the top window, an Orisa and a Moira to contest the choke point itself, and Firefly in the backline. So they just need to be very careful not to get knocked off until they get through that choke point, and then it should be theirs. So it looks like they are going to be running Goats comp on offense over there on Honey Badgers. They're going to see if they can annihilate Fire Doggo and the rest of the crew. Sorry, I got distracted looking at the chat. On defense, it looks like we have Orisa and Brigitte with a pharmacy. That's not very different from what they had before. The existence of a pharmacy will actually give them an advantage. They probably are expecting them to run some sort of Goats composition. Firefly gets caught out immediately, but has his teleport available, so he is not going to die. Now, pharmacy is behind them. If they don't manage to get a fix on this, that could be problematic. They have nothing to contest the pharmacy. The halt together into a direct hit is going to be massive damage, and the Pharah is going to be already up to 60% on her ult. Pierce falls fast thanks to the Pharah. Wesley does manage to find Aquarius, which is the goal of a Goats composition. You need to annihilate that front line before they can really take time to frag out on you. Heartclay gets an early barrage, just as you'd expect from playing Pharah into a Goats composition, and that's going to end the team fight early. Honey Badgers can still do this if they can make... Oh no, poor Marble is getting staggered all the way to... all the way to heaven and back. With Marble getting staggered, they're going to have to wait a few seconds. They really cannot afford to lose another push at this point. If they lose another push and give more ults to the defending team, because they are playing a tank-heavy team composition, that could spell disaster for Honey Badgers. Pierce does manage to take out Honey Badger. That's free reign for Wesley. If they don't let that get res, Wesley has free reign to swing on Aquarius, and there is nothing they can do about it. Purple Doggo does get res, but not without Fire Doggo also dying. The EMP is there, though, so Wesley can't do anything with his Earth Shatter to follow up. Now, unfortunately for Goats, they have actually popped 4 of their ultimates, and so with the Earth Shatter and the Sights and the Beat Job coming up on the side of the Honey Badgers, this is still winnable. Unfortunately, Marble is out of his mech, so unless he can get it back fast, this could be unfortunate. Looks like Firefly is considering whether or not he should actually go to try to finish off the Baby Diva, and he's decided against it because he's been found. Now Wesley's going to move up now. He wants to take an aggressive shatter here. Firefly wants to get into the back line, isolate someone. He takes the shatter. He gets VAD. That's a huge chunk of healing out of play for Goats. There's another barrage, though. The team fight is even, but both Moiras are down. Pierce is still taking shots, but they are not free because of those barriers. That self-destruct is going to find Heartclay, but Fire Doggo still manages to res Firefly. Firefly's hack, if he can get on top of Pierce, that would be great, but Pierce actually manages to kill Firefly immediately. If Marble can last long
long enough on point, Pierce can take shots onto the point all he wants. Pierce has made the executive decision to join the point brawl. I suppose he thinks he's Widow 76 now, I'm not entirely sure. Supercharger comes in and the rally. They just need to get that barrier out of the way so Pierce can take shots. Pierce is hitting the shots, but only if he can take them. Purple Doggo is still there. There's lots of sustain on the side of Goats. Ono Potato is going to use that Coalescence, but he gets hacked out of it immediately. Firefly is playing so well all of a sudden. He's hacking everyone that needs to be hacked. Wesley is still alive, but he's just barely holding on. Both tanks are there. Now it's just Marvel. Looks like this is just cleanup for Goats. And now we have Zarya coming in. That's the Graviton. If it's not for that barrier, they might be able to finish it out with something. They do manage to get Heartclay, but if Fire Doggo reses, this is still going to be in favor of the Goats. Indeed, he does. Now it's just Ono Potato and Pierce. So many of these stall fights that we've been seeing. Wesley is there with the Primal Rage. He might last long enough for someone to get there. Sal's getting completely shut down by the Brigitte that Purple Doggo is bringing out, and that is the end of the map. Goats will win. Whew. Lots of casting today. I would love to see this go to a map 5. I love when games go to a map 5. It's super fun to watch. It means the games were good. Here's that massive Grav Dragons we saw earlier. Oh, followed up with a nice clean headshot onto Aquarius. And now we go back to the lobby, and it is Honey Badger's map pick. Is my chat still updating right now? I can't tell. Can't quite tell. Let's see what Honey Badgers ends up doing. What map do they want? One sec. There we go. Still picking the map right here, apparently. Oh. All right, we're going to Watch Point Gibraltar. Where's the map? There's the map. All right, let's get started in here. So here on Gibraltar, I expect to see a lot of Widowmaker play and probably some Hanzo play. I expect we'll see slightly less Orisa here, but I could be wrong. I would have expected to see less Orisa on King's Row too, so you never know. Looks like Honey Badgers is going to be using Winston Diva, Pharmacy. Interesting choice with the Brigitte, although they might not be locked in yet. They still have a minute to decide for sure. Over on Goats, they are going to be taking out the Orisa, which is very interesting. But I mean, I guess if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? And they have been doing well with it since King's Row. They seem to have settled on a team composition that works for them.
You know, I wonder what they would do in the Overwatch League if someone accidentally left it set to quick play.
Attackers
I wonder.
in 30 seconds.
Inconspicuous.
Yeah. Well, looks like Firedoggo is going to be setting up top. He's going to lay a trap. Yep, right there. He's expecting the tank lineup of the Honey Badgers to go feel out the bridge, see what's up there. And when he does, wow, he's having a good time. Oh. And when they do, he will be right there waiting for them with some grenades to the face.
Attackers incoming.
Let's see what they do now. There is Wesley up on the high ground. He does not fall for the trap. He just wants to check to see what they have. They know it's probably the same composition now. Now they know Firefly's in the back, and they manage to grab him out with Ono Potato on the Brigitte. That is unfortunate for Goats. At this point, Marble's just going to be taking free shots because Firefly is really the only person on Goats that can even remotely contest a pharmacy. Goats is hiding inside the room on the left of Bridge, but they will not be able to do much more than that. They do manage to punish Wesley because Wesley followed a little bit too deep into the room where there was a Junkrat, and Sal is also going to fall to Harklay, a well-placed dive. Meanwhile, Firefly is back. He's going to go for the back line of the enemy team. He's going to be putting a little pressure on Pierce, stop him from taking free shots. Harklay does manage to finish off Marble, but not before getting finished off himself. Ono Potato also down. Honey Badgers is going to need a clean reset here. Sal's going to go for the res. He's going to get it pretty easy behind his whole team. Pierce is back up. Now he can set up to take some more shots. West is going to make some space for him up top, so Pierce is going to follow closely behind. Let's see. Pierce is he's trying to hit shots. We know he can, but the shield is getting in the way, so there's not much he can do. If that shield is down, he can take plenty of shots and get plenty of kills. Wes is going to follow the Riptire, and Racer is there. He couldn't do anything about it, unfortunately. I guess he didn't have his thrusters, or he didn't know where it was coming from. Either way, Wesley is gone. Harklay is backing up. Firedoggo's moving forward. Firefly is back up atop on the right. He's probably trying to work with his team to figure out where he needs to go next. He's probably going to be trying to find Pierce, but Pierce can see him thanks to the walls that he's just popped. They know he's on the right side. Firedoggo manages to kill Pierce. They might be going for the res here. I don't know if Sal has it off cooldown quite yet. Marble has a good position on the left side, but it's a little bit dangerous where he's standing. So now it's this full 6v6 again. Firefly could be getting close to that EMP, and if he gets it, could mean a good initiation. Harkley's going to go for the blade. He doesn't manage to find anything with it. Pierce manages to shut him down completely. That's the entirety of their firepower at this, with their positioning right now, just gone. There is not really anything that Goats can do about it at this point. And just as I say that, they do have their Riptire. If they manage to find anybody with it, this could be great. If they take the pharmacy out, that could also be good. They only get Marble, and I think the rest is going to be there. Sal's going to get him back up. Ono Potato and Racer are both working on Aquarius. They need to try to get that Supercharger out of play. Wesley's there with them, but unfortunately the Supercharger has already led to the death of Ono Potato and the D-Mech of Racer. Wesley's alone in the backline now. He's got his bubble. He's trying to get out. He might die on the way, though. Harklay's there to finish him. He's got some healing from Sal, but now Sal is the target, and it looks like he's going to fall too. Pierce is also down. This is another reset needed by the Honey Badgers. Racer doesn't even know Harklay is slipping right under his nose. The hack comes through. Now they know Racer has self-destruct. I wonder if they'll change how they're playing thanks to that. It does give Firefly the rest of his EMP though, so they could land a nice initiation, knock that pharmacy out of the sky if they want to. And if they do that, oh yeah, if they can knock the pharmacy out of the sky right after he starts the rocket barrage, that would leave them completely gutted for the rest of the team fight. Pierce is contesting point, trying to keep the pressure up down there. That way, the rest of his team on Honey Badgers can take their time on the high ground. Now this EMP, I actually question a little bit. It's followed up with the blade, but the positioning makes it really hard for anyone but Harklay to follow up. That said, Harklay doesn't seem to need anybody else. He gets 3 all on his own along with that EMP. Now it's just Racer. If they can de-mech him, they're probably going to leave him. Might not even be worth trying to chase Pierce down. He's Roadhog. He's got plenty of HP left and to take a breather still in his pocket. But Racer is now completely de-meched. Pierce is hacked. They are going to finish him, so it looks like Wesley is alone trying to take Firedoggo out. Does manage to. He's going to go in with the Primal Rage. He's doing very well managing his abilities. This could go in their favor still. Marble is down.
but Pierce is rezzed. Fire Doggo isn't there with his ultimate, so they can't use that. Aquarius gets hooked. If they can finish off Aquarius, this is their team fight win. They get Vad, that might be good enough. It's only Purple Doggo available for the rest for the healing. Firefly also falls. Sal's up top. He feels very safe right now. Pierce is just staying on the ground. He manages to hook Hartley, but he gets knocked out of the way. There's the Deadeye. The defense matrix is there to eat it. Nothing gets done from that. It's just Purple Doggo on point. It looks like Honey Badgers will finish out the first point. Does not look like Goats are wanting to recontest, but as I say that, Firefly seems to be inching his way in. No, he's changed his mind. The hook is there, but it breaks. They do have everybody front spawn. No, I spoke too soon. Purple Doggo did get back spawned. If the Honey Badgers take the time to jump in and finish off the stagger kills, this could be a free point B for them. Wesley gets halted off the high ground. He's forced to use his bubble to not get picked. That's unfortunate for him. Their initiation is going to have to wait. They can still get some free push on the cart. Wesley has jumped back up into the ship. He's probably waiting for his bubble cooldown. Then he will drop down onto the backline of the enemy team. Unfortunately, Firefly knows he's there. Wesley doesn't even care. He's going to go for the drop down anyways. He lands on the supports, but Heartclay is in his own backline. There's a Brigitte waiting for him, and he gets completely shut down. Oh no, Potato there, right where he needs to be. Nothing will be found from Heartclay. Wesley doesn't manage to find anything, but it doesn't matter because he distracted half the team. Firefly also is down. Fire Doggo's taking free shots, but it doesn't matter because he's down too. Now Racer is there to deal with him. Even if Racer gets demeched here, there's nothing Fire Doggo can do. And Racer will not get demeched, not even close. Now at this point, it does look like Goats want to recontest, but they might be deciding against it at the last second. No, they are going to do it with the Supercharger. Now if I were Aquarius, I may have put the Supercharger up on the high ground and then dropped down, because then they would still have the damage boost here. Racer is hacked, so he can't self-destruct. Oh, I was wrong. The hack wore off just at the last second, so the self-destruct is there. Fire Doggo is there. It's an even fight now thanks to that Deadeye. The Coalescence is dealing damage to everyone on the Honey Badgers, but Fire Doggo is still going to fall. Heartclay is being kept up, but just barely. He's so low, so is Firefly. Both of them are down. No, Heartclay is now down. Now there's still plenty of trickle coming in from the Goats, but the Honey Badgers are doing a very good job at cleaning it up. Vad's next. Now Purple Doggo, nothing he can do. The point's capped. They're free ult charge now for Honey Badgers. Looks like this new Roadhog that Pierce is trying on is quite well. Heartclay's going all the way back. He's got his ultimate. They probably are planning on combining their EMP and their Dragon Blade yet again.
Hey there.
Brigitte's going to use that rally a little bit early, just want to avoid that poke damage early on. Wesley's going to go for a dive. He wanted to shut down Fire Doggo, but I guess he decided Purple Doggo was good enough. But they actually managed to lose him. He gets hacked just as he goes back, and he lands into that blade swing. The EMP blade has managed to finish up. Marvel's there with the Rocket Barrage, but it's only going to get one. They don't have a Mercy, so they can't res it. But if Racer gets hacked and demeched, that's still an overall win for the Goats.
We will fight again.
They might not even try to stagger her. They're just going to leave her as is. Indeed, looks like the Honey Badgers are going to have to take a long way around. Their spawn door is being a little bit spammed out right now. Wesley's hacked again. His jump pack is going to be on cooldown until further notice. Now, Goats is actually a little bit clumped. They don't seem to realize Firefly's going for their backline. Racer caught him out. He's forced to back up. Hard disengage. Wesley needs healing. If they don't keep Wesley up, their front line will be gone. They know Firefly's over on the right. He can't have his translocator back quite yet, so if they can kill him, this would be massive. He gets out. Wesley falls. There's another blade coming out. It's supercharged, and he's got the beat drop to back him up. He's not finding anything with it, but he's scaring everybody away. Plenty of time for the rest of his team to take 3 kills. Heartclay and Fire Doggo are both moving up together. They want to see if they can demech that Diva, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Wesley has moved onto the Reinhardt, which is an interesting choice going up against a triple DPS composition with a Sombra. Usually what you would want to do is, if they do not have a lot of tanks, you take lots of high firepower damage. Things like Widowmaker and McCree and maybe even like a Junkrat. And that way there's not much they can do about it. Comboing the EMP with a Deadeye, there is nothing that they can do to stop that. 2 people will fall to the Deadeye, and Aquarius will take out Sal. No hope left for the rest of them. Tracer gets hacked, and they're going to finish off Marvel. They got 10 seconds left. Racer could potentially touch, but he has to be very wary of CC. He's got to go now. He can't afford to wait. He just has to be on point. Sal's going to use that Valkyrie, but with the Coalescence on him, he might fall anyways. Unfortunately, Fire Doggo manages to land the shot. It's still a 2v4. It is winnable, but just barely. They need a frag. If the Honey Badgers can find anything, now would be the time. They just need 1 kill. Marble is almost uncontested, but Fire Doggo is there. Heartclay uses his blade. He gets caught in the trap, and he's dead. But Fire Doggo is still taking free shots from the high ground without Racer. There is nothing they can do.
That is a very interesting spot. I'm not sure I have ever seen it get held at that exact point, right on that corner. At least not in a very long time.
Switching sides.
Usually they get past that point. Let's head back to the first point and see how well Goats can do on the offense. They do not need to finish out the map. They only need to get it a little bit. It looks like, I mean, again, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. No reason for them to switch up their team composition, it looks like. Oh, I just say that Fire Doggo seems to be swapping over to the Sim. Maybe they are doing that to more easily contest high ground with their very static team composition. Now, I'm not entirely sure what the rationale is behind Sal going Ana. Perhaps he's just a good Ana. This is very interesting. Instead of trying to outdive the enemy team, the Honey Badgers seem to have decided that out-sustaining them is the way to go, which I disagree with, because it's a very greedy team composition that the Goats are running, and usually greed can only be punished by more greed or good teamwork to punish things, which is what Dive is really good at. High sustained team compositions, that is not their forte. But that said, there is a very nice strategy that can be run here on point on defense. If you've got a tank heavy sustained composition, you wait behind those crates that Pierce is on, then you drop down onto the cart when the cart gets underneath you, and it's a free point brawl. Unless the enemy has a Lucio to hard disengage, you can just take a point brawl, which is what you want in a high sustained, high HP team composition. So now we have Goats going through the top high ground. They are going to use the TP and come out on top of the bridge. They are not going to worry about the where are they going? Oh, they're going yeah, they are going all the way around to come out on the bridge. What they don't seem to realize is that they are running a high sustained comp. This could not be good for them. Unfortunately, Wesley gets booped off. That's a huge amount of brawling power that the Honey Badgers have just lost. Racer's trying to find something on the edge, but now he might actually be cut out of position. He needs to get back before they finish taking all of his hit points away. Purple Doggo goes in deep for a super aggressive boop that doesn't really accomplish too much, and he almost dies for it. Not quite, though. Oh No Potato is trying to warn his team about Harkley in the back, but it's not quite enough. He still gets out alive. Wesley is now repositioning. Harkley gets hooked by Racer. A very clean hook followed up on by Pierce. Purple Doggo's also out of position. Now is a great time for the Honey Badgers to collapse onto the cart. They don't even need to worry about the cart, actually. They need to deal with the bulk of the Goats that are behind them now. Even with Fortify, Aquarius should not be able to survive the amount of damage that is being thrown at him. And Firefly actually has his translocator in here. He's translocated in right in front of Pierce. He might die right now. There's nothing they can do. Yeah, he's just letting it happen. That's a free stagger kill for the Honey Badgers. Now at this point, the Honey Badgers need to be trying to take the high ground back. Otherwise, the attacking team, with all of their DPS prowess, they can just set up on the high ground uncontested and take free shots until Wesley is forced to back up or drop his shield.
The payload's not doing much good sitting there.
Now it looks like they are not going to try to recontest the high ground. Going to deal with the blue crates top right to contest Fire Doggo, but not much else. Fire Doggo is low. He does manage to finish, but he's the only frag that they managed to get. Harkley's going to finish him. D-Mech kill. He's got self-destruct, but it's not worth using. It is still unclear whether or not Goats will actually finish first point, but it is looking more and more likely by the second. Pierce gets hacked, but he's got the support of Sal. Oh, they tried to recontest, but it wasn't quite enough. They're going to end up getting staggered completely for that. Harkley does manage to fall, so it could technically be a winnable fight, but without their front line and with their Mercy hacked, it's looking very iffy. There goes Sal, and there goes the rest of Goats surging forward onto the rest of the Honey Badgers. Sorry about that, had to check something. No, Marble actually falls, and he's not able to use his self-destruct to get a new mech because of the hack. Wesley is going to move forward under the protection of his coalescence behind him, and even though Goats actually had more ultimates available than the Honey Badgers, it only took one ultimate, that is coalescence, to get Goats to back up. I guess they just decided it wasn't quite worth taking the fight quite yet. Now at this point, the At this point, Pierce is actually set up above them. Unfortunately, they notice Firefly gets hooked. He's won. He could finish him off. He does manage to. At this point, they just need to make sure he doesn't get rezzed, but he doesn't have a mercy, so it's not going to happen. There's the pin onto Aquarius. The front line's gone now, just like the back line. The damage is gone. The front line's gone. Everything's gone for the Goats. They need to fall back, reassess, and come into the next fight with a new plan. That shouldn't be too hard, though, because they have a lot of ultimates. Now, if they manage to hook Fire Doggo and finish him off, that's a nasty stagger kill. That's almost an entire push's worth of stagger right there. Oh, Pierce looks like he's going to try to take something more over here. He's just going super aggro. Pierce Racer actually gets super punished for that. He did not expect everybody to be upstairs. That is unfortunate for him. There's the EMP. They're going to combo it with the Dragon Blade just like they are usually doing. Now, there's a little bit of a miscommunication. They wanted to combine the Halt with the Dragon Blade to let him kill everyone in a single swing, but he manages to finish him off individually anyways with the Supercharger. Only took 3 ultimates for a nice team fight win. Very, very clean. Now, I believe Honey Badgers still can recontest here, and you better hope they're going to, because otherwise they'll be left having to defend last point halfway through with about 4 or 5 minutes left on the clock, which is not ideal. There's the Coalescence through. Race is going to use the whole hog, trying to kill Aquarius, but he's just not dying. There it is. The self-destruct is out too. Both main tanks are gone. The hook comes through. Harclay's down. Sal is going to res his main tank. Purple Doggo and Fire Doggo are the only 2 left. If they can kill Purple Doggo and if they can get anybody up there to contest Fire Doggo, anything would be useful. I know they have Marvel on the Diva now. He should be going up there. I'm very surprised that they haven't noticed he's up there. Marvel's going to go check. He is indeed there. So with the Mercy Pocket, there shouldn't be anything he can do. Fire Doggo might still survive, though, because he's got some healing from his Moira. The stagger kill isn't there. There are no ultimates in play, but Pierce09 is getting very, very close to his rally. So we'll have to see how that unfolds. The hook comes through. Harclay's half, but he's got he's got a shield to duck behind. Purple Doggo does manage to find before the next shield lands. Fire Doggo's taking 3 shots behind everybody. Pierce seems like he's going to go try to deal with it, but Marvel's there first. He ate the flashbangs, so now there's nothing Fire Doggo can do. Aquarius is also down. Harclay's got a nice position up top, but he's still all over the place. He can't seem to find any good openings to go in. Pierce is going to try to get Fire Doggo, but he actually gets flashbanged. Unfortunately for Fire Doggo, there was not enough ammo in his gun to finish off the kill with a Fan the Hammer or a double headshot. Now Sal is actually up top with Pierce. Pierce is going to drop back down, try to get some of that armor from the rally. Doesn't look like Sal actually got any of the rally armor, which is an interesting decision. At this point, they do have another EMP blade coming in from Goats. That could be another team wipe. There goes Ono Potato. There goes Pierce. There's a Deadeye just to finish it off. Wesley is down. Sal's down. Everybody's down. It's just Pierce and Demect Diva coming in from Marvel, and it should be a clean cap for Goats. Now, this is actually still incredibly winnable. I believe they only have about 20 seconds more than Honey Badgers did when they capped the second point. Sal is actually getting staggered. Firefly managed to get picked over on the left side of Wesley. So this is very winnable. If they hold this corner, they only need to keep them away for a few team fights. But that EMP blade has been devastating. They really need to have something to deal with it. They need to either spread out so they can't be EMP'd, or they need to have their Zenyatta be dealing with it preemptively. Now there is a self-destruct coming in. That might get something. That's going to get Firefly, so they're a man up now. The Coalescence comes through from Vad, but that's still not going to do much. The rest of the kills fall through right afterwards. Vad's going to try to chase. He gets hooked. Pierce09 is extending over to kill Harclay. Not much he can really do about it, Harclay. He does look like he's going to climb over the crates and get back into the spawns just barely safely. Now at this point, Harclay has his Dragon Blade, and Firefly is coming up on his EMP. This is all a matter of whether or not Firefly can get his EMP in the next 50 seconds, but he gets picked. That's going to set them back a team fight. Honey Badgers needs to be aware of the state of the ultimate economy right now. If they get caught off guard by another EMP blade, that will mean the end of the map and a loss. Not for the whole match, but for the map. Firefly is getting dangerously close to that EMP. Something needs to be done about it. He's at 85%. He gets hooked and killed again. This could be what they needed. If they can manage to just get a pick for this next ensuing fight, or if Wesley can build up his Earth Shatter and preemptively shatter the Genji before anything can be done about an EMP. Firefly's coming in. This is Goat's last chance. If they do not get their EMP blade out, it is very unlikely that they will win this fight. Purple Doggo gets picked. That's a massive pick. The EMP blade is there. So is the Deadeye. He managed to get 2. Honey Badgers is only down 1. Marble is still in the midst of the enemy team. Honey Badgers still could win this. They managed to get Fire Doggo. Marble is demeched, but it's still very winnable. Pierce is doing his brawl thing. If he can get either Vad or Firefly, this is very winnable. The beat drop is there for the rest of the goats, and it looks like the goats is going to be continuing to push. If they can get Pierce out of this alive, that would be fantastic. He's going to go for the Shatter. He gets 3. He can get the Supercharger. He can get Vad. No, Vad manages to escape. Oh no, Potato is right behind him. He's trying to do damage, but it's not enough. Heartblaze on him, and it looks like Wesley's going to fall, and they might push this in right now. They're C9ing! They almost C9'd. Because of that, they are going to get another team fight in here. There's another Blade in. He's going to go for Sal. Sal gets cut out. They have no healing. It's just Pierce. If he can stay alive, that would be a miracle. But it's looking unlikely. Unfortunately for Honey Badgers, the goats will roll it into the point. We're going to see this play of the game, and then we move on to possibly the last map. Game point for goats. Hello, people who are watching the stream and weren't moments ago. Or, I guess that would have happened 3 minutes ago. It says you're going to see this 3 minutes from what I'm actually saying. Oh dear, they're talking about the near C9. All right, and now it is Honey Badgers again. Let me see if I can quickly grab that map pool for them. They're going to need to pick their next map. Oh, someone just DC'd, I think. I'm not entirely sure who just left. All right, they're going to need an off-tank sub, unfortunately. They're going to need to find somebody. So I think we're going to take a short hiatus. We will be back in just a few minutes, and the match will either be over due to a forfeit because they cannot find a replacement player, or we will watch Hanamura and possibly a tiebreaker map after that.
All right, we are back, and it looks like we will be going to Hanamura for the possibly final map. This is the game point for GOATs, as they are currently winning the series 2-1. Despite some mishaps near the beginning, and one could argue some issues from me on my end, that is the current state of the score. And it looks like Hanamura will be our possible final map. Now, in regards to what GOATs seems to be running, they will be again running what seems to be a Orisa with a triple DPS team composition. I'm curious to see if Fire Doggo will be going on McCree yet again. Purple Doggo on the Lucio does seem to be doing quite a lot of damage. One moment, please. Sorry about that. So Purple Doggo on the Lucio, he is a very aggressive Lucio player. So he's always trying to get in there and CC people around and see what he can do. And he's actually not getting punished for it very much, but that is okay because, I mean, if he's, again, if it's not broke, don't fix it. If you're not getting punished, at least in a tournament match, you can, I suppose, keep doing it until you start to get punished because it's free value. Why not take it? Meanwhile, over on the Honey Badgers side, looks like they're going to be running GOATs. They're going to want to get through that choke point and get to the point as fast as possible to see if they can force the enemy team into a point brawl. And then again, they might not even want to just try to get to point. They might just want to try to get rid of Aquarius. Unfortunately, Omo Potato gets immediately picked by Fire Doggo, who is already at half of his ultimate. That is a huge chunk of ult charge right off of the bat. Sal also gets picked, so with no real consistent form of healing, Honey Badgers is just going to have to back up and try again. And unfortunately, Fire Doggo is already at 75% ult, and not even 30 seconds have passed. If they are not careful, he's going to have a Riptire for the very first fight. Looks like they're going to start worming their way in now. Wesley actually gets trapped, but it's okay. Fire Doggo has his ultimate. Is he going to look to use it? Yes, he is. He's somewhere off on the right side. They're going to have to disengage, see if they can stop it. Or the Fire Strike goes for it, but it still manages to get Wesley. So that's going to have to be another disengage from the Honey Badgers. Unfortunately, they are just getting staggered to high heaven. Rogue also dies. Marble just has to get back at this point. Cut your losses. Reset, man. Now, Sal is back. Looks like Rogue has respawned. They probably should taxi Rogue out of spawn. It would be a little bit more efficient. Now they have to worry about Harclay, who's sitting up on the high ground up there. Looks like they're sending Marble up to deal with it. And now they're going to be pushing through the choke point. They do manage to kill Purple Doggo. If they can get one of the supports, they do. They get bad. Harclay used his ult, but he also dashed and didn't manage to find anything with it. He only managed to get Rogue, and the rest of GOATs is completely fallen. It's just Aquarius and just Firefly. It's just two against the world, a world of tanks and hit points and healing. An invisible person, but it's still not enough to win the point back. Firefly may actually decide to wait back here and go for the long con flank on second point. That would be very interesting. It looks like that is what he's going to do. He has to be very careful Marble doesn't spot him, because if he gets spotted by Marble, that would be very, very bad. He is coming up on top of on his EMP right now, so he should be able to make a nice opening for his team. Now, Honey Badgers have moved onto the point. There goes Purple, going for an aggressive play. He's not getting punished for it. Aquarius loses his supercharger. Wesley is being attacked from all angles and barely kept up. There's a grab along with the EMP, so there's no self-destruct or anything to follow it up. And unfortunately, that looks like it's going to end the push for the Honey Badgers, thanks to a well-timed EMP by Firefly. Now Brigitte over there, Rogue is going to try to get away, but Purple Doggo knows where he is. He can't take that duel easily, as Shield Bash means he would actually just die. At this point, it looks like the Honey Badgers have a significant ult advantage, so they'll have to go into this next fight with a nice plan. Harclay is coming up on another Riptire, and he's been devastating with those recently, especially on that first Riptire that he got in under a minute. So it looks like now Marble is going to try to contest. Oh, he tried to contest the left side all on his own, but he actually got booped off by Purple Doggo, who has just been on point with the CC for the environmental kills. Pierce is on the Widow now. He's going to try to take some nice free shots and see what he can do. Actually, those shots are very not free. There's very distinctly a barrier in the way. Now, at this point, if I were the Honey Badgers, I would consider going top right
and trying to take a Coalescence and Shatter. Then again, that makes you very vulnerable to the possible Riptire that Harclay might have. But going underneath is arguably a very poor option due to Fire Doggo being on Reaper. Might leave Wesley and Marble very, very defenseless. They are going to go mid. They're using the armor to really minimize the impact of that Reaper damage. Rogue is stuck alone on point. He's got plenty of armor. There's a self-destruct there. Is it going to find anybody? No, it's not. The shield drops just in time to stop the damage, and Aquarius is still up. Wes is going to go for the pin, but unfortunately it's going to miss. Harclay is down. Fire Doggo is also down. That's a huge amount of the DPS from Goats gone. If Wesley can manage to land a kill on either Bad or Aquarius, that would be massive. They have to kill that Supercharger, though. If that Supercharger doesn't die, this will not end well for them. The Riptire's coming out the right side. I don't think they know. It's coming for both of them. They got halted into it. Nothing they could do. Marble and Rogue are the only two left. Looks like the Ana played by Sal is going to start to try to back up. They're actually still winning this fight. It's just Harclay. It's 3v1. And now they're going to have to deal with Purple Doggo. If they can catch Purple Doggo up before Fire Doggo manages to get anything, there's the EMP. That might end the push finally. They're going to have to commit their Death Blossom, though, to really guarantee that they don't lose any point progress to this push.
I'm on fire. Pathetic.
Now, at this point, there are no ultimates on in play except for Marble's self-destruct. Rogue is coming up pretty close to another rally, which has been very, very useful. Looking at the damage on the team of Goats, the rally armor would actually have the damage of just about everybody on Goats except perhaps the Orisa and the Lucio. And those two are not exactly known for their high damage output. It looks like they're going to push mid again. They might know that there's no ultimates to worry about. They're getting halted off the bridge, and Fire Doggo's going to chase. There's a self-destruct, and it manages to find two. That's Purple Doggo and Fire Doggo, both doggos down to the self-destruct, dead in an explosion. That's morbid. I'm sorry I put that image in your mind. Firefly's going to hack Marble, so now Marble can't deal with any long-range threats. But Goats don't have any long-range threats. It's all point brawl for them. They aren't really relying with anything. Firefly, on the other hand, he's on top of getting on Pierce. He does not want Pierce to be taking shots. Now, there is a Mei on the point, but it is just a Mei, and it looks like Firefly's going to die because Pierce had the assistance from Sal. This should be a one fight. It's just dealing with Trickle now on the side of the Honey Badgers. This should be a nice point cap. They have to deal with Purple Doggo. Next coming out should be Firefly. He is going to touch. Oh, the Sights is going to manage to let Pierce just completely annihilate Firefly. That was a great shot from Pierce at the very end. Completely shut down any chance Goats had of recontesting.
Switching sides.
No, I'm here, sorry. I keep getting distracted by looking at other things. Shiny. It doesn't seem like Goats is going to swap too much up. They're going to take a Widowmaker on offense, which makes sense. There's a lot of really great sight lines for Fire Doggo to make use of here. However, the Honey Badgers do seem to be aware that there could be an offensive sniper threat. They are going to be taking Marble, and Marble will be able to hopefully contest the existence of a single sniper at once. But it does mean that they will have to rely on the Brigitte almost entirely to deal with both Firefly and Harclay. I'm not entirely sure what we expect to see from this strategy. The team composition looks very similar to the strategy that I like to run with my team. I'm not entirely sure if, and Wesley is actually on my team outside of Siege. I'm not entirely sure if he might be explaining the strategy to them, or if he's just hoping to use the team composition for some nice, well-rounded full hold action. Sal's going around, destroying all those barriers on the outside. Can't have them there. No, no, no. That would be awful. That would ruin the game, wouldn't it, Sal? Mm-hmm. Anyways, Marble's going to be setting up top right on that perch. He wants to make sure he gets some free ult charging from his micro missiles, and that the snipers that they expect aren't going to be able to do anything. He's going to go back, wave to his mercy, see what's up. Now, at this point, they might know Fire Doggo is there. They know Harclay is on Widow. They know they're a very similar comp. Sal knows that Firefly is behind them now, so Firefly tries to make a move on them. It could work. In fact, this is actually a strat. The Honey Badgers are using the first point defense strat of the Dallas Fuel on Hanamura from stage, I think it's stage 3. and that is you allow your sniper to have plenty of space by holding them at the choke point and using a diva to stop any attacking snipers from taking any free shots above the choke point. Just like that, like you just saw. And it turns out to be a very, very effective strategy, and it means Fire Doggo will probably not be able to do too much. Firefly and Heartflay could exploit a weakness together, but it would be really difficult. They have to find a way to pull the aggro from Rogue Native's Brigitte so that at least one of them can get onto the Zenyatta and the Widowmaker. Now at this point, Wesley already has his Earth Shatter. He might be trying to bait them in now to go for a big shatter. I'm pretty sure Aquarius won't fall for it. He will probably place a shield up front. He's going to go for the shatter, but that's the second time he's used that maneuver on Wesley. His shatter will not get anything because he's been halted behind the shield. It was an incredible move. That's twice in a row now that Aquarius has done that, which just proves he has some skill on Orisa. Pierce has actually fallen in the back to Firefly, which means Rogue is not exactly where he needs to be. The res is there, and Firefly is hard disengaged. But it's starting to be that the GOATs team has actually started to squeak through the choke point. Now, the consistent disengages from the Honey Badgers mean that they might be able to recontest now. I'm not sure they realize Fire Doggo is up on top of Pagoda. He is still there. He's probably waiting for a chance to peek in. Pierce spots him. He might get support from Marble now. Any second now. Pierce wins the duel. He doesn't need any help from Marble. At this point, they are in a good position to full hold, but the EMP blade combination could be coming in soon. Now, if they maintain their current positions, poor Marble had a bit of a difficulty throwing that self-destruct in, but that's all right. Happens to the best of us. I'm in no position to judge anybody. Now they need to maintain these positions so the EMP doesn't land on a massive people. Kind of like that. Sal is found in the back. Firefly is down, but so is Wesley. So is Ono Potato. Pierce is taking free shots right now. He's actually not contested at all. But at this point, it's sort of him against the entirety of GOATs. So at this point, I expect that he would not be able to really take this back for his team. As incredible a sniper as he is. And make no mistakes, Pierce is an incredible sniper, very, very formidable. When you give him the chance, he will land headshot after headshot. He's proven it today in this match already. Now, coming into this next fight, we have 2 support ultimates up against 2 support ultimates, which is very interesting. However, the support ultimates of the Honey Badgers are undeniably stronger than the support ultimates of the GOATs. Now, Purple Doggo is cut out of position. If Wesley can finish him off, that would be fantastic. No, he manages to back up. Aquarius has fallen, so is Purple Doggo. Even though Marble is demeched, the Honey Badgers already have a significant man advantage for this team fight, and it should just be cleanup at this point. Pierce manages to land another nice shot onto Firefly. He's going to take some more aggressive positioning. He wants to see if he can take anything with it. No ultimates were used there. It looked like the GOATs just tried to use nothing but momentum to try to take second point there. Now, Marble is actually demeched, and he's only halfway to his mech. Wesley needs to rotate in time to block damage coming in from that high ground. I disagree with this decision to drop down onto the point to guard against that high ground. There wasn't a lot of pressure. They could have sent Marble in alone, and it would have completed the same task. Now there is zero pressure on the bulk of GOATs up top. Firefly does manage to get picked off to the side, but the bulk of GOATs is still up there, and it looks like they might be able to disengage without any danger of getting further staggered or feeding any ultimate percentage to the rest of the Honey Badgers. Purple Doggo is going to try to pull a fast one on Wesley. He's going to try to get behind him. No, he's just going to leave. He doesn't want to take that chance right now. He's made the decision in his mind that it's not worth it. Now Pierce over here, he's still trying to take some shots. He's got a shield from Wesley now, so he's missed his 2 shots, but that's all right. We got 5 ultimates on the side of the Honey Badger. He can drop down. He's going to shatter Vad. Should be an easy kill. Now there's with the both supports are down for the GOATs, which means there isn't much less for them to use. Ono Potato was the only one on Honey Badgers to have fallen, but he's gotten rezzed. So really, this entire fight did not go as planned, and the Honey Badgers used 3 ultimates in total this fight, but they still have plenty of armor left over on most of their heroes, or on about half of their heroes from the rally. So I would say it definitely was not a waste of ultimates. Definitely secured the team fight, but they have to be careful because The Goats is getting dangerously close to having 6 ultimates, and they have to stay very spread out so as not to get completely EMP bladed like has been happening so many times. Now the Riptire is going to come in from underneath. Pierce is going to try to avoid it, but unfortunately he may have just led it to someone. No, Sal is still okay. He's been bladed, so that is 2 kills for Goats. They've used all 6 ultimates at this point, and they're still fragging out. That is getting dangerous for the rest of the Honey Badgers. At this point, it might just be a complete ult wipe. There is nothing that the Honey Badgers really could have done about that. Sal's going to try to Falcon get out, but he's getting completely body blocked. Nothing to be done. This it's actually very even though. Both teams have capped with about 2 minutes and 15 seconds on second point.
Switching sides.
Now I expect we'll see again the Orisa triple DPS team composition come out from Goats, unless they have some strange reason why they would want to swap off of it. I mean, it seems to be working very, very well. So now it's important for the Honey Badgers to realize they are not out of this yet. They definitely still stand a chance to win. They just have to be very careful with how they approach this, very methodical, think things through, remember your basics, you know? They're only a few seconds down on that time bank, and they're only 1 map down in total. So they are definitely not out. They are still fighting for this win.
Attackers incoming in 30
Could still
seconds.
definitely go either way.
Pathetic.
5, 4, 3, 2.
All right, so we have Fire Doggo on a Reaper here now, which is interesting. They must be expecting a comp similar to Goat's comp, which is somewhat what's happening, but Pierce seems to be going Mei. They want to do a choke skip, apparently. They're going to place the Mei wall on the choke and then rush over it. Pierce actually fell, but it doesn't matter. The bulk of the team has gotten through, and they're just going to jump straight into a brawl. If they can find anybody with it, that would be fantastic. Wesley has gotten trapped again. That seems to be happening more times than you would like to see. And unfortunately, Wesley seems to be charged off the map. You hate to see it, folks. You really hate to see it. At this point, Aquarius is combining with the halt and his good aim. He has managed to take out both Wesley and Pierce, and surprisingly, they did not stagger Marble. They probably could have gotten another 15 seconds worth of stagger off of him. Now at this point, again, Harclay is close to another Riptire. That is a very scary situation for Honey Badgers to be in, knowing that they could be close to all of their ultimates due to the brawl-heavy playstyle they just tried to use. Pierce may have just made a mistake by trying to peek so aggressively without his mercy on him, but it looked like it's going to be okay. Now they have to be careful. Firefly has managed to hack Pierce. He needs to get out alive. The Riptire is out now. If Pierce can get back up into the sky, a direct hit onto the Riptire would do plenty to get rid of it. Looks like they're going to go left. It manages to find 2, unfortunately, 2 of the supports for the Honey Badgers. If they can get 1 frag, it would be fine. Unfortunately, Ono, Potato, and Wesley will both fall, and the res on Desal was not enough to turn the fight. Marble might even get staggered now. It looks like they are, in fact, going to stagger Marble. He needs to make his way towards the edge or be very bad. And even now, interestingly, Sal is actually still behind Goats. I'm not entirely sure what's up with that. They don't seem to have noticed him, though, so there we go. Harclay has finally turned around. They're going to deal with him. He's just trying to pull some aggro, it looks like. He just wants Harclay to not be looking at the choke point, and that would be fine. Unfortunately, that conch mine is going to knock him off. That is down, though, which leads to an overall advantage for the... never mind, because Fire Doggo has a quad kill with his Death Blossom. So at this point, unfortunately, the Honey Badgers have lost the series, but they can still play for a little bit of map score here. They want to try to make this a draw so that they do not have to, so that they don't have to be 1 down on the map score. So we can probably expect to see Pierce on Widow again. He was hitting shots before, no reason to think he'd stop now. They will probably run the same strategy that they did last time. Their only worry would be another EMP blade. I'm concerned that they will eventually fall to another EMP blade, and
that will lose them the first tick. They really need to be considering that with their strategic decisions here. I'm sure they are. It's worked on them enough times that they've probably got some ideas in mind to deal with it. So they're going to be putting Pierce on the Hanzo and Marble on the Mei. So they're going to try to use the Mei wall. Very simple, very straightforward. They want to try to separate people at the choke. You love to see Mei. Mei is a lot of fun to watch. The walls are very, very satisfying. Eventually, when you can get some sort of combo of, when you wall someone off and then pin them with a Reinhardt, it's very satisfying. So meanwhile, we have the Reaper again from Fire Doggo on the attacking side. Now they might have accidentally just let slip that they have a Mei, so we're gonna have to see what happens. Now would be a good time. Unfortunately, the Mei wall whiffs. That's so unlucky. The rest of Goats is all going to be looping around up top. Someone's on point trying to contest, draw some aggro. Firefly gets completely and utterly deleted as he tries to do that. The Mei wall is up there, but it doesn't really separate anybody. It just makes it take longer for them to get down. And unfortunately, Firefly is already going to be on his way back. If the Honey Badgers don't manage to do something, the rest of Goats will actually just be able to wait there until Firefly gets back through. And if that happens, that could be very, very bad. Looks like Goats are now going to be committing to a fight. The Honey Badgers need to keep Wesley up. If he gets hacked, that could be bad. They do manage to kill Fire Doggo, but Wesley still gets hacked, and so he falls. This is a very winnable team fight, but they need to keep Sal up. The bubble means that the res is going to go through on Wesley. Now, oh no, Potato's going to flank around, see if he can find anything. No. The rest of Goats seems to be disengaging. They want to take their time with it. They're more than halfway to their EMP Blade combo, and they know, I'm sure they're talking about it in their comms, they know that's what they need to do to win, is that EMP Blade combo. Unfortunately, this time the Mei wall gets through just fine. Fire Doggo gets separated. They're going to try to get rid of him, but he's going to actually... Oh, he tried to teleport out, but Pierce managed to find him. There's a dragon going straight through the choke point. The wall, actually a little bit of a communication mishap, so the dragon does not manage to find anybody, but it probably wasn't going to anyways. At this point, Firefly does have his EMP. The danger is with Harclay getting his Dragon Blade. Oh no, Potato needs to have his Transcendence. Both him and Sal need to use their ultimates before the EMP Blade comes in. If the EMP Blade comes in, it will be over for them. That said, they have 2 picks. This could potentially be winnable on abilities alone. There's the EMP, the Blade's coming in too. Rogue knows it's coming for him. Marble's going for him. It doesn't manage to find anyone, but Firefly does. There, now Harclay manages to get Rogue. Marble's won. He's hacked. He can't go into his cryo freeze. As soon as he can, he's going to. There he is. Pierce just needs to kill that Lucio. If he can kill that Lucio, that's very winnable. There's the Blizzard. They might manage to catch Vad completely out. Unfortunately, Vad manages to fade away. Pierce needs to be kept up. Sal needs to keep Pierce up. Pierce is the damage source. This is the last-ditch effort, unfortunately. It looks like everybody is going to be dead. Oh no, Potato still can touch, but it's looking very unlikely that Rogue will be able to get there. So that will finish off the series of matches.
Play of the game.
All right, thank you everybody for joining. This has been your weekly Siege³ stream. I hope you all enjoyed my casting. We'll see if we can get Bemi back in here for next week, but thank you all for watching.